This is Jackie.
And this is Heather.
And welcome to
Millennial Mom Chatter, your go-to podcast for candid conversations and fresh perspectives.
We're just two millennial moms navigating life one hilarious audio message at a time. Join us for laughs, adventures, and real talk. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Millennial Mom Chatter. We're so happy to be back and chatting with you all. It seems like it takes forever for us to get back with you guys, but we're really talking to you every week and we love it. Like, this gives us something to just be passionate about. And it's just so fun to come up with content and ideas to chat with you all and put it on social media and everything. So it's kind of fun to be back another episode with you guys. So how have you been, Heather?
No, it is. We love to talk.
Yeah. It's pretty much our favorite hobby.
Yeah, it's been good. Okay, so I have two a good news and a bad news. So we'll start with the bad. So I feel like my whole house is infected with hand, foot, and mouth.
Oh.
So Jax contracted it from an outbreak in his classroom, and then now, let's see, he contracted it Friday, and then now today, Wednesday, it's Callie's first day of symptoms. So I'm just I feel like it's just gonna go through all of us, and it's gonna be I'm hoping if we are all gonna get it, just hurry up already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With any sickness, right? We're always just, come on, get it over with. I don't want to be in this
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I don't want to be doing this forever. So I'm just we either need to all stay healthy or whatever, but it's fine. I used to think that people that had hand, foot, and mouth were disgusting, and it wasn't anything about them, but I was just ew, what a nasty virus. And then here I am. My family is infected.
No, and if it makes you feel any better, I used to think the exact same thing. And I was like, ew, what little gross 3-year-old is contracting hand, foot, and mouth? What a gross little preschool virus. No way, nasty. Do you not take showers? How does this happen? And I got it from my little pesky 3-year-old. So I had a very rude awakening, a very humbling experience with this very annoying little, very highly contagious virus. And it has nothing to do with hygiene or being a good parent or not. It just comes out of nowhere.
No, it's literally a virus.
Yeah, and it's so contagious. Honestly, there's nothing you can do when it comes to the kids contracting it. So now it makes sense why you see it in elementary and below. So easy to get.
And he sits in the back of the classroom in the middle, far from her. So it's I don't know. So far, there's 3 kids that got it. They're all across the classroom. It's not just one area, and they're not friends that hang out either. So I feel more are going to domino effect, but we'll see. Whatever. But my good news is, though, which you already know this, but our podcast doesn't. Long story short, we created a different TikTok because we wanted to be able to take advantage of maybe monetizing, making money on TikTok through TikTok shop and whatever. But we felt it was very, what's the word? We've talked about this. What's the word?
It felt cringe or almost inauthentic for us to be on our podcast social media.
With our friends.
Yeah, with people that because we really wanted our podcast community to be a community, a friend circle, a way for people to bring up topic of conversation and us to kind of oh, that's a really great perspective. We'd love to bring that to the podcast. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's figure this out. And then we almost felt when we wanted to talk about products that we loved, it was oh, this feels a very I don't know, just not. It didn't give us warm and fuzzies. We didn't feel comfortable being like that on that platform. So it was
nice. Yeah, we didn't feel the worlds meshed. So we were we're going to be completely honest. We were you know what? Let's create a different account where no one knows us and go and hustle in there. Sure. But we want to separate it, completely separate it. So anyways, we ended up recycling some content we already had for Millennial Mom Chatter. And we ended up just reversing it and putting it on Mom Do It just so we could build up some following so that we could be approved for TikTok Shop and monetizing and all that kind of stuff. So here we are refurbishing our stuff, right? And one of the videos that I put on that only got 200 views on Millennial Mom Chatter, we just threw it on Mom Do It just as It
Yeah,
just keeps
because,
it
for
like
those of you
move
that
it
don't know,
along.
TikTok is very specific and they have very strict guidelines. If you're not on there posting, if you're not engaging, like, keep yourself buried
You're not
then.
gonna get
Yeah, you're
approved.
not gonna
Yeah.
get approved for anything. TikTok's not gonna push your content because you're not gonna be visible at that point. You're no longer anything that they need to support. So if you just lay and do nothing on TikTok, like, you're never gonna be seen. So we decided we need to start pumping out some content on here, whether it be like our favoritist, whether it be reused. Like, we really needed to just like be active and engage with a group on there so that TikTok would then like be pleased with us and our algorithm would work out. So
Yeah. So we didn't want to have to like put too much effort in it. We were just like, let's just throw some of the content we already have at that profile. One of the tricks is flipping the video. And so TikTok doesn't like see it as because like obviously we are reusing the content, but it's from us. We're not like using somebody
but
else's
TikTok
content.
doesn't know that.
So,
They think
anyways,
we could be stealing it from anybody.
right. So they can flag it and end up deleting the video anyways. But it is us, so it's fine. We have good conscience of flipping the videos. And the video on Millennial Mom Chatter, a little pimple sticker video, got 200 views. And on Mom Duo, guys, we are like almost 7 million
Pew, pew,
views.
pew, 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 pew.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
7 million views. And we are just like, what?
Yeah. So when they tell you like TikTok or even Instagram, honestly, like if something is just falling flat, like it might not be you. It
It
really
might
could
not be.
just be the way that the internet and social media and algorithms, all of it, like everything has to be like a perfect little circle. So the fact that we created
Yeah.
a blank, brand new, just nothing on there profile, toss some reused content on there, and they're all blowing up. Like they're all doing so much better than on the actual original TikTok channel that we created, where we put so much work and love and time into this stuff and it would just fall flat at 200 views. And we're just like, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
so
In 2 days, guys, we have surpassed Millennial Mom Chatter that we've had for months. And with like real followers,
yeah.
I think our the likes is at like 175,000 and there's like 1,400 comments. And at first we were like liking all of them and then like commenting and we're just like what are we doing? Like
Yeah.
after a while cuz we didn't think it was going to like we so my guess once what was it? 4 hours and
Yeah.
we were at like
Yeah, because
500,000.
we
I
really
think it
thought like
was.
at some point this might fall flat. Like it's just the way that
Yeah.
TikTok usually works. So we really didn't expect it to continue to grow very healthily over a span of a few days. So it really
Yeah.
like blew our minds and our expectations. So we were constantly engaged. We were doing all the things that make TikTok happy. We were commenting, liking, engaging, all of it with all of our viewers, all of
And
our
then we gave up.
friends. And then we realized like, wait, like it's
What are we
alive. It's
doing?
like blood is pumping all on its own right now. Like, we don't need to be reviving this post anymore. It's good to go.
Yeah,
Like,
and who's got time to comment to 1,400
no.
people?
We
Like,
tried though. We
no.
really did
We
try to
tried.
like,
Yeah. No.
engage with all of our fans and friends. Like,
So that has been fantastic. And it's ironic that Millennial Mom Chatter, like, really, we've built a community and we've built some good people following us. And like, we do get engagement, but we got approved for TikTok Shop so fast on Millennial Mom Chatter. And we're over here on Mom Duo at almost 7 million and like so many followers and in like real followers, obviously. They're not like
engaging followers too.
engaging followers, yeah, because they're commenting and all that stuff. And we're over here still not approved.
But that's fine because we imagine that, like, I think what did we realize? Like, it's 5,000 followers on TikTok, and then, like, the engagement is obviously being boosted right now. Like, we're constantly growing
Yeah.
every single day,
Yeah,
so
but
we'll get there.
we have more followers
Yeah.
than Millennial Mom
I know,
Chatter.
but I feel like it's gonna happen. Like, we're
Yeah.
definitely, like, in the right category. We're making steps in the right direction, so we'll get there. So stay tuned. All the good things are coming, and it's just crazy because,
Yes.
like, if you are on social media and you're kind of like, "Dang, like, what's just going on? Like, this is so hard." This is live proof that it really has nothing to do with you specifically, like, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just TikTok is a very finicky little system, like
It's honestly by chance
yeah,
and that's it.
yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, your content could suck, right?
Yeah.
But it also good content could do really well or it could fall flat.
Yeah,
Like,
and we
it
have
really
if
could
you
be
go to
either
either
way.
of our TikTok profiles, the Millennial Mom Chatter or the Mom Do It, you will see on there, like, the same exact video did well on one page and terrible on another. So it's like, I don't know. We have no words. Like
Yeah. So anyways, that's nice. I was just blown away. I asked Jackie, I told her, I'm like, okay, let's throw out like midday, the day we posted the video. Cause within, I want to say within 30
yeah,
minutes, it was almost at like 100,000 views.
yeah.
And I was like, what? By the way, my computer just says that it's dying, but like, why? It's plugged in.
So
Excuse
this
me.
is life behind the scenes of what it's like to podcast. So you got a lot of
Yeah, we got on
factors,
today.
like
We got on today and our audio wasn't working. So
yeah,
it's cool.
yeah.
But anyways, I had guessed that the video would die at 1.2 million. And then here we are at almost 7 million views. And by the way, I don't follow this account, but I have heard of it. And Jackie follows the account. Betches reached out to us and was like, can we post your video? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, they're super cool. If you don't follow them, they're similar to like the Chive, but it's basically for the girls. And it's just a super cute little social media, like, profile that they share all the cool memes and, funny videos and stuff like that. So that was like really awesome that they had slid into our DMs to ask if they could reshare the video because heck yeah, like super cute, super fun. It matches their vibe. So it'll do great.
Yeah. So Jackie told me I don't follow the account, so I really don't know like if my friends follow the account or whatever. And by the way, that's another topic. I deleted my Instagram and Facebook from my phone. So I don't have access to that. So I can't even look who follows. But Jackie's like, "Hey, just to let you know, some people that we're friends with follow, so they're gonna see your face." For those of you, just a reminder, our friends and family do not know we do the podcast.
Surprise.
Surprise. So she was like, "Are you okay? Like, this is like really opening the door
Yeah.
that they could see your face and be like linked to the podcast." And I'm like, you know what? Just rip the band aid.
Especially, like, once Betches had reached out because
Yeah.
they have millions of followers on social media, like TikTok
We
and
can't
Instagram.
deny that.
Yeah,
We
so
can't
there
deny that.
was a chance, like, there's a good probability that Heather's face will be on people that we know on their phones, like, so let's just, like,
Not
be
probability. There
prepared.
is.
Yeah, be prepared for people to text you and be like, "Did you
Well,
blow up on TikTok?"
so what was funny is with this whole thing, and it's so funny, out of all the people that have liked and commented on the video and followed us, right? Thousands and hundreds of thousands, millions, shoot,
Yeah, it
I
is
want to
literally
say
millions, like,
millions.
that's not an exaggeration,
Okay,
literally.
so I grew up with somebody here that currently lives in Kansas City. And somehow when I opened my phone, she was at the top and I saw Danny and I saw the picture in there and I know her and she followed me. And so even that far is like it reached. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
mhm.
Like it got there. And that's without Betches.
Yeah.
So now that Betches is
It's
like
fun.
here, that's it. That's it. Somebody's gonna like find me and I'm just gonna be
It's
like,
out of the bag now. It's, like, for real now, and that's okay because we want to share this with the world. So, like, it is a great thing. This is a great opportunity to
yeah.
rip the Band-Aid off, and this is honestly a good way for the Band-Aid to be ripped off because this is positive. This is
That's
growth.
what Jackie says because it's not her face.
No, because if it was anybody else, I'd be like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that platform or that profile." But, like, I know that this is going in a good direction. Like, this is the girl squad that we've been looking to connect with. So I feel like this is great for us. Like, it's gonna
Yeah, we
be
cannot deny a group of literally
yeah.
women. We can't. Like, it would be dumb for us to turn it down. We just can't do it.
Yeah.
So it's fine. We're gonna rip the Band-Aid. My face is gonna be up
Yeah.
there.
So be prepared, guys. You're about to see a whole bunch more of us.
Yeah. And it's just funny because on TikTok on our Millennium Mom, it got like 200 views, but on Instagram, it got 90,000 views. So it's like it did do well on Instagram, but whatever. We'll see how it
Yeah, it's
goes.
fine. We're here to ride the wave. Like,
Yeah, I'm
it's
just
good.
gonna I loved that TikTok I saw recently where it's like, "You saw me on TikTok? Oh, it just must have been someone that looked like me." That's gonna be
Yeah,
me.
at Thanksgiving dinner, you're gonna be like, "No, that's not me." Like,
I'm gonna get the text, like, just they're probably just gonna send the
yeah.
video, and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, they're just gonna
"Ah!"
text it to you for sure, and you're just like, "What?"
This is
That's
supposed
my
to be an account
doppelganger.
that we were like, "We don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Just post
Yeah,
it."
we honestly wanted this just to be kind of like if there was a product we wanted to share, if there was anything that we felt we didn't wanna share on the podcast platform, this would be our safe place to share it with the world. And then now it's the one that's gonna be more publicly seen, and we're like, "Oops, like, we gotta take care of this TikTok profile now too." We have 2 babies that we
Yeah.
have to nurture now, like
Yeah. No pressure, no pressure. Which Millennial Mom Chatter is like, it is our baby, but then at the same time, if TikTok Shop makes us money, then that's gonna be our baby.
Yeah. No, for sure. But I will say I don't know if we've been shadow banned, but that TikTok for some reason, like we're definitely in the 200 view jail. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but it's not fun. Like it's not fun to invest all this time and energy into making content and then to be stuck in 200 jail. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm hoping we're going to be able to like ride the wave and get out of it soon. We're trying to like nurture our algorithm right now, so hopefully you'll see more stuff being pushed out if you're following us on Millennial Mom
Yeah, we're
Chatter.
trying to have like a mini little miniature break to like hold off on I don't know. Because
We're letting
I
her
mean,
breathe. Apparently, that's
I'm
what
a
you're
little
supposed to
bit
do. I don't know.
yeah. And I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. Like that's just who I am. But you know how like they've always talked about how social medias don't like America, USA strong things. And one of them we put very military forward, American flag. And ever since then, it's been like,
Yeah, and it came along with the new guidelines that TikTok had released where they wanted people to stop doing the political stuff, like because obviously that's, like, what's going on in the news right now, so I get it. So they're, like, trying to pull back on that. So I think some sort of new update had been put on, and that's, like, flagging flags, flagging anything like red, white, and blue, America, like because they just think that it might have something to do with, like, the political
but it's
debate.
annoying because all the political ones are
I
thriving
know, because 'cause they're
that I see.
popular, so it just sucks that we, like, got kind of tossed into that based off the algorithm of, like, what we
All
were
because of a
using. I
deployment.
know. Just trying to protect America.
Serving the
Gosh.
country.
Punish us, why don't you?
God. So, anyways, we think that's what it is. We don't know for sure because some people say that when you're doing really well, they do drop you down to the 200. I think it's a way to like see if you persevere through it. So, we've heard different things, but it just so happens to be after we posted the American flag, that's what happened to us.
Yeah.
So, here we are. Know that if you do, are you listening and you follow us on TikTok, that a mom duo, like we also will only share what we absolutely love and use ourselves.
Mhm.
We will not be selling ourselves to the devil. Like, we
Don't
will
catch
not be
us
doing
on
that.
there trying to sell some trash, guys. Like, that's just not Heather and I at all.
No,
Like,
no. So we will still hold like our true selves, you know? But, anyways, that was a very long thing. But I had to say, we're almost at 7 million. I had to share the news.
no, of
I had to
course,
share the
because we
news.
got our whole cheerleading squad out here in America. They wanna know what we're up to, so it's fair.
I know. Well, 18 minutes in, how are you?
I am good. It's just been one of those things because I'm like just doing so much that I feel like I am not letting myself sleep. I'm staying up so late so I can squeeze
Mm,
all the things into the day and then I'm paying the consequences the next day. Just like feeling tired and sluggish and relying on my coffee and Celsius. And I'm just like, ugh, like why do I do
yeah.
this to myself? I mean, I could go to bed at 8 p.m., but am I? No. Like,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
No,
Like there's so much to do. Like,
because, well, and it's not even that there's so much to do. It's like, okay, we do a bunch in the
yeah.
day, but like, I want to watch
I
TV.
know, I want my time to myself. Like, do you do that too?
Yeah.
Like, as a mom, do you feel like once the
Yes.
kids go off to bed, you're like, "I want some settle down time to myself?" Yeah?
Yes. I could go to sleep and I don't because I'm like, this is the only time I have time to like go and just melt my brain watching TV.
Yes.
And so then I am like, I look at the clock and I'm like, I'm gonna suffer tomorrow.
Yes, but it's worth it, though. I love me some
It's
trash
worth it.
TV, like, all the things, like, for sure. Do you think a
Yeah,
lot of
I think
moms do that? Yeah?
yes.
Where
I
we
think even
sacrifice our sleep just to have a little bit of quality, like, alone grown-up time?
yeah, and I think people that work long schedules probably do the same thing, whether they have kids or not. I think it's this battle of we want to just be able to do what we want. I mean, even I've done it not even just with TV, I've done it with books
Mhm.
where like I'm diving into a book and I look over and it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, I have to wake up at 6. And then you're still just like, but it's so good. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read it and like enjoy this. But then you know the rest of the day, like if I lack sleep, it's rough for me.
Yeah.
Like, no one notices from the outside, but internally, I'm like, Help.
Consequences for my actions. Does your husband do it as well, or would he prefer just to go to sleep as soon as he feels tired? Or do you think he would
No, girl, you know that answer. That man will like he wakes up at 5 a.m.
yeah,
and will go to sleep every night at like midnight.
because he enjoys to
1.
be able to have his, like, quality time with you or just to, like, unwind and relax before
Yeah,
he
I don't know. He just doesn't sleep a lot.
mm,
I mean, he doesn't sleep a lot at night, but he'll fall asleep all the time on the
yeah,
couch. But like it's like short little like he can do little cat naps for 5 minutes and be like refreshed. I cannot do that.
yeah.
Like if I'm taking a nap, I'm going
Yeah,
down.
you won't see
Like
me,
I'm
and then I'm gonna
going
wake up like, "What?" Like, 2 hours later, like
yeah, and you feel
yes, I'm like,
worse.
"Why did I do that? I should have just been productive and
Yeah.
tired." Like
Yeah. So he does
okay.
that, but he is also a cat napper where he'll just like sit in a chair at work and like just fall asleep for 2
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
And then he's like refreshed. And I'm like, so he definitely doesn't get enough
Yeah.
sleep though.
I feel like I'm thinking of, like, my friends and my husband, and I think generally the most of us are definitely sacrificing sleep to just have some, like, adult time, and then going
Yes.
to be tired the next morning and relying on some coffee.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like if we actually went to bed at a decent time, we are like we are people who do it at night for the most part. We do in the daytime times too, but at night we do it.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like we get upstairs after closing up downstairs and then we do it and then go to sleep. And it's like, no, like you have to add TV
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
mix.
Like yeah, because it's
Like,
honestly like it's mental decompression, like, right? Like, we're relaxing,
yeah.
like, we're unwinding. It's doing nothing too, it's very mindless. So I feel like you could
Yeah.
almost just need that, like, even if it's just 1 episode of a TV show, like, boom, okay, I can go to bed now. Like
Yeah. I think it just like, and it winds you down too, also just
no, for sure.
have that moment
Yeah,
too. You know,
yeah,
it's like close up shop, have it,
yeah,
then go to
yeah.
sleep. Like, who
No,
does that?
no, because
Like,
also you're, like, kind
no.
of awake again a little bit, like, we're, like, feeling good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a girl
Oh,
thing.
yeah, because the guy's definitely, like, ready for bed.
Cause Alvaro's like,
Yeah, no, that is 100% fact. Like, I like
he
to
says,
have
oh,
my,
now I
like
could sleep like a baby.
yes,
And
they
I'm
just
like,
roll over and they're good to go. I don't know, I think for
and
us, it's
now my
our men, our
body's like,
minds. Because remember, our biggest sex organ is our mind. So
yeah.
we 100% are like, "Ooh, we're wired, we're good to go. You just rev the engine, like, we're ready." Like, so that's why I think
I
I
also
could, like, rely on some, like, TV or, like, scrolling on some, like, good reels or something, and then I'm like, "Okay, now I can
yeah.
go to sleep."
Yeah, same. I turn on the TV for a little bit and then go. I don't know. I'm the firm believer that guys have a bigger release than women do.
Ooh,
I just am I'm just a firm believer on it.
I would love if we could
And
get a, like, a sex doctor or a sex somebody on here to could, like, break this down because this is such a
I know
good
we
thing where
should.
it's untalked about or not commonly spoken about, and I think there is a misconception between men and women. Like, we wanna, like I think they would tell us, "No, yours is better," and we would
You have
say
more
yeah, like,
nerves.
then we would say, "No, yours is better." So I honestly think we need someone, like, with that legit expertise to be like, "Nope, here it is. Here's the definitive answer. You lose, you
Yeah.
win." Like
Yeah. I don't know. Alvaro thinks that men have it better.
yeah? Okay. I don't know if we've
I
ever
mean,
talked about, like
what man couldn't,
yeah.
right? You will finish every time
Yes. I'm very envious
as a man.
of men
No matter
with
what,
yeah, because
you're
they're
gonna
they're it's
finish.
very oh, see, I don't wanna say mean stuff. I don't wanna say simple, like but it's
No, but
it's more obtainable, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Like,
yeah,
what are we allowed to say
and
on here? Like
even if you base it on that, right? Just that you are pleased every single time, right there the man wins. That's not
yes.
including anything else.
Yes.
That's not including anything else.
Man
The man
wins.
wins. Because even if you want the argument that, oh, when you do, it's better. Okay, but it's not every
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Yep.
Like so I would take the every time over a little bit
Oh my
better.
gosh, could you imagine? Like, 5 times a day, every single time, 100%, like, the max one too,
Yeah.
like, the best
Yeah.
one all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I know. I'm telling you.
What a
I'm a firm
world.
believer. I'm not hating. It's
Yeah.
fine. It happens. This is how we're designed. But it would just be a dream.
Yeah, that's I've never thought about that because I guess I'm just so used to what it is. Like, I love what we have, it feels good, but then it's like, could I have it more? Like 5 times a day and 100% all the time. Like, what a world. Like, just to
Yeah.
have that happen consistently.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow. Would women be like a
Jackie
whole
having a
would women be like a whole different species if we were just
I mean,
riding on
there's
the
a
wave
reason.
of that pleasure all day?
I mean, to me, there's a reason why men have an obsession with it. I don't think it's
Oh,
just
that's kind of a
because they're
interesting that's
men.
very insightful. Like, that
I
they're
don't think it's
so
just because
much
they're
more
men.
yeah, they're much more obsessed with it than we are. Like, I know they
Because they get it every time.
yes, yeah. Wow. They
Yeah.
win every time. So, of course, they're gonna want it all day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I love how men are like, "Well, we can do this. Like, we can make sure that you." Oh, and it's like, but it's not in the sense that like sometimes our bodies just won't do that.
Of course.
Also,
Yeah.
sometimes we don't have the time to do that,
Yes.
and sometimes it's just a quickie, and
Yes.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's like it's it's just not
Of
realistic
course,
all
and
the
I
time.
think,
So
men and women know that. Like, I think we're like, okay, like,
yeah,
in if you're in a steady relationship and you've got, like, communication with your partner, this person should know that, like, "Hey, the quickie in
yeah,
the shower is it may or may not happen, and that has nothing to do with you, that's just the way that it is, but we can continue and we can proceed, and maybe another time." Like
yeah, yeah. I just you know I could argue with somebody that is wants to be like women have it better. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. What about when you're like ovulating
Oh,
or something's happening and you're like tender and you're like men don't experience any of this stuff,
yeah, for sure.
you know?
Man.
So it's fine. It is what it is. I don't complain because I'm very happy
Yeah.
and I'm content and I'm whatever, but don't come at
I
me.
know, don't come at it. We're
Women have
in
it better.
very happy, committed marriages, so we are getting our fix. It's just one of those things
Yes.
that, like, I think I've never really sat down and realized it, I guess, that it's like they
Hmm.
could multiple times a day, and it would be amazing, and for us, we don't have that, so it's just now I'm like,
Yeah.
"Wow, I'm today years old." Like
Sorry for giving you the
yeah,
reality, Jackie.
I'm middle-aged, and I didn't even realize. Like
You're like, I just rather not
yeah.
know.
But it's just one of those things because it's like all of us girls it's the same. All I feel like we could come in here with a group of 20 women and we'd all just be like, "What? I didn't even think about that." Like,
Yeah.
missed
Sorry.
opportunities.
That's
Yeah.
me. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm constantly thinking, I am like, "Dee, dee, dee." This is why we have a podcast. I'm always like dissecting
Yeah.
things and I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know if I would say I'm a deep thinker, but I think a lot.
No, but it's good though because it has brought some pretty cool topics to the table for us to discuss on the podcast. And I think these are things that people don't think about or it's relatable or, I think people can
Mhm.
kind of be like, "Oh yeah, that's a good perspective. I've never thought about that." Mind blown. Like, day
Mind
ruined.
blown.
Like
I know. Life
yeah.
ruined. Sorry, guys. If you
Disappointment.
never thought
Like
of They're like, it's better if you just not know. It's fine though, because you also just need to speak for yourself if you are not happy in your current state.
yes.
I think not enough women speak up for
Mhm.
themselves of like what they like and don't like and whatever it is. So just speak up for
Yeah,
yourself.
definitely have a
We
chat.
already
Yeah, for sure.
we are already like have the short end of the
Mhm.
stick, so you might as well
Yeah, we're
just
already
get
finished.
everything you
With our,
can.
female anatomy, we're already at a disadvantage, so you may as well express to your partner ways to navigate and take care of you because 'cause you'll be a much happier person.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
I promise. Heather and I promise. Like, chat with your hubbies.
We promise. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fine. Um, well, moving on from that, did you see the penguin?
Pesto! The cutest
I actually
penguin
don't know
who
much
has
about it. I
taken over
just
the
saw it and
internet.
I knew you would know.
Yeah.
I know you would.
I just saw this yesterday, actually. Pesto is a little, I think he was born in January, a baby penguin in Melbourne, Australia at the Sea Life Aquarium, and he's gigantic.
That's also called Melbourne. Melbourne.
For the Americans.
Melbourne.
But he's adorable. So if you have a chance, hop on Google and look up a picture of Pesto because he's double the size. He's 3 feet tall, which is very above average for a baby
He's
penguin.
taller than his
Yeah, he's
parents.
taller than his parents and he eats what was it, like 50 fish a day, which is double what
Wow.
an adult penguin eats. And he's got his,
So
like,
they're making
fluffy
him
well,
big.
he, like, already was big, so he has, like, an appetite. They
Yeah.
have to, like, continue or he'll just I don't know. I
So do they
don't
think he has, like, a genetic, like
they're
because
not treating it
he's
like he
supposed
has a genetic disorder.
but he's supposed to be a baby, and he's, like, bigger than the adult penguins at a baby state. Like, he still has his baby
Yeah,
fur.
he's so
He's
cute and
brown.
fluffy. He's getting so much attention. People are booking international flights so they can go meet Pesto and go hang out with
But
him.
do you think they're feeding him this much and going along with it because he's a craze right now?
I think he
Like,
was
they're
already
making
born
money.
big, so I think that,
Yeah,
like,
but they're
where
making money
yes,
off it, so
so
why would
they're
they
not
stop
gonna yeah,
feeding
they're not
him?
gonna, like, put him on a diet. He's not going on no Slim
No.
Fast shakes or anything, like
Yeah, I he's cute, but I wouldn't I ex okay, so I heard from you about the penguin, how cute he was, but I like he's okay.
I don't know, I think it's something about his fluffy fur, and then he waddles behind his mom because that's just what penguins do, and he's
His
towering
giant
over her, like so you almost don't even you're like, "Which one's the baby?" And you think it's the mom because she's, like, smaller, obviously, and then he's
Yeah.
coming behind her, like, towering over the whole flock, and I'm just like, "It's pretty darn cute." I mean, would I book an international ticket to go see? No,
No.
but, like, do I enjoy
No.
seeing his videos all over the news and social media? Yes. Like
Yeah. Do they have, like, a webcam? Remember, like, when the giraffe was delivering like, about to
oh,
give
yeah.
birth, and it was, like, the craze and everyone was watching the live webcam? Do they have, like, a live webcam
No, but
stream
they've
of the
been
penguin?
like, their social media, they've been pumping out their own content of him. So I don't they
Okay.
might have a live stream, I don't know. I've only seen, like, the stuff they've been pumping out, and then, of course,
Yeah.
now the news is, like, jumping on it too. So I'm just like, well, they're definitely monetizing an opportunity to, like,
Oh, for
spread the word
sure.
about their
They're
aquarium.
gonna
Like
make him so fat, like, be like, "Yes, come see him."
he's gonna go have to see that one doctor in Houston. Like, what's his
Oh,
our favorite TV
um,
show.
oh my gosh, that's our favorite TV show, Dr. Now. Now Zarden.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
first ever
gastric
gasting on a
bypass.
penguin. But he's so cute. I don't think anyone would want him to have the surgery. They would want him to stay that
No.
way.
Do you think that his mom and dad are like, "What in the world are you?" when he came out?
Yes.
Do you think they're looking like do are they conscious enough to know, like, you are different?
I would imagine so. It's very instinctual for animals, right? So I think they
But
would,
do you
like,
think
look
it's
down on that little
instinctual
egg
that
and be
they just
like, "Wait a second." Like
You think so? But that's where I think animals are very instinctual, right? And the thought of like, "Oh, you're bigger than normal and you don't look like a normal baby," that's like past instinctual,
Oh, interesting,
right?
yeah. Where they almost have to use
Like,
information from the past to, like,
well, they would just
make,
have to like
yeah.
think, right? They would
Hmm,
have to like be thinkers
yeah.
to realize that.
But it's so interesting though, because 'cause they're not in the wild. So I feel like we're not really getting a fair image of what that would look like. Like, would she
Yeah,
reject
this is
him?
a growth hormone
Yeah,
baby.
he's not so we would never see him be rejected by her because they live in the same glass room. So, like,
Yes.
it sucks because we're not gonna get to see, like, could he potentially be rejected by his mother because she wouldn't recognize, like, "You're not my baby, you're weird, you're gigantic," like and then would
Are
they
you a
yeah, and
seal?
she's not providing him with food, remember? Like,
Yeah.
he's being fed by the aquarium staff, so there really is no opportunity for us to see real nature take its course here where it's like, "You're not my baby." Like, "Go away."
Jackie, are you saying that she would have abandoned her child?
I don't know. I should have done more research on penguins before we came here.
You're like, she if they were in the wild, she would have abandoned her baby.
I don't know.
I
I
don't know,
don't know
it
anything about, like, what that would be like. It's just a very good thought, though. I mean, it
yeah.
sounds like something that could theoretically happen, so I don't know. Now we gotta go
I
study
think
up on some
animals
penguins.
I think animals are so instinctual in the sense that they're just like it just is. There's no thought behind
Yeah,
it. So even if it was like some kind of instinct of like you look different, it wouldn't go past that.
yeah. So he might
Like
be
there would not be
he would
like
be loved.
he looks like almost like a
Yeah,
walrus, like in the baby stage or
yeah. It
something.
just has, like, a penguin face, and that's it.
But he's almost even covered by his
Yeah,
fur.
and the way he
It's
walks
just
is,
his little
like,
beak.
very walrus-esque, if you could put a walrus up on, like, their little, like, hind fin things, like
Oh my god.
very
That
cute,
was
though,
great.
so go check out Pesto on Google if you've not. He's adorable, and go buy your
Go
plane
look up
ticket to
Hess.
Melbourne, Australia, so you can go
Yeah.
see him for yourself and then send us a picture.
Yeah. And go look at our 7 million view
Oh,
TikTok.
yes. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, all the things.
Yeah, and don't hate us for our mom duo.
Yeah. No,
It's
and
we're
we
trying to be nice and
no,
separate.
and the other thing too is Heather and I are, like, big on, like, we don't wanna gatekeep. We want this to be, like, a fun girly pop friendship where you feel like you can get something from us, so we don't wanna ever gatekeep if there's, like, a cool product or cool trend or anything, like, we want to that's what the point of the podcast was to be able to share with our community and, like, have this kind of space and time to just be with all of you.
Yeah.
So, like, if we find something cool, like, we wanna share it, and so this TikTok is going to be our spot to, like, really just open it all up for all the cool things. So we hope you guys
Yeah.
like it.
And again, only things that we truly
Mhm.
like, and it will be separate. So we don't want there to be a blending of things. So we separated it, and like we said before, it's already doing better. TikTok's like, this one's gonna make us money,
Yes, yeah, and that's all
and
they
this
care
one's
about,
not.
right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, does TikTok care about us? No. Who's bringing in the most
No,
money? So that's fine. We'll get
it
it
is
all
what it is.
sorted. It's okay. We're normal people. It'll be
Yeah.
fine. Like,
No, it'd be
yeah.
good. But anyways, I like she said, like, comment, share, subscribe to us, follow us. We're on all platforms, and we switched it up this week, and we are actually doing a TikTok live watching the podcast. We're kind of like tried to switch it up a little bit. So hi for those that are in there. But thank you for listening to another week. And we have a really exciting one in next
Yeah.
Wednesday. Are we allowed to say?
Let's let them be surprised. Yeah.
Okay. We have a guest coming next week, and it may be somebody actually that you guys recognize. And because I know I see her all over my social media, and we're going to have a good chat with her.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
I'm
gonna be really
excited.
great. So definitely stay tuned for that because it's gonna be one that you don't wanna miss. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening, and we will chat next week.
Bye.
Bye.